Oh shoot, people. All right, hello, hello. It should be working. Hello. Hi. All right, all right. Are y'all ready? Is everyone gonna hear me fine? We're about to start right now.
You know something? I was the other day years old when I found out that the reason why so many female Egyptian mummies are a little bit more haggard, a little bit more abused, a little bit more tattered than the male Egyptian mummy counterparts is quite simply men have been trash for millennia. They've been trash for a long time. Not all men, but a lot of men.
And here, chat, you can hear me, right? Here, chat, we're gonna talk about why this video is really bad. Because look, I do think there are a lot of bad men out there, just like there's a lot of bad women out there. But trying to say all it doesn't help anybody. It actually sets off a wrong. Yes. Oh wait. Hi. Oh, all right. All right. You guys can hear. You guys can hear. All right. The problem with these types of videos, as we're gonna go through it for these 10 minutes, is a lot of them basically go, "Man, men are bad. Why are they bad? I guess because we exist, and it doesn't really do anything other than say men bad." And it goes, "See, men bad." But here's the problem with these videos in general: they are they're actually harmful because they go, guys, when you hear someone call you a parasite, you should just be like, That's normal." No, don't normalize calling people parasites. It's the same thing when you hear like a bunch of like women go, guys, don't call women whores and stuff. That's wrong. Because that's an obvious response to any type of issue you hear about men and women. If imagine if a guy gets cheated on by his girlfriend, he goes, "Oh, women are whores and cheaters." No, you're the obvious response is not all women are like that, and then that's because the obvious response is when you hear all that also sits in the back of your brain that means me as well. Even if you don't actually mean it, that's why so many people ask to rephrase it. And we're gonna go through this video because so many people are like man the bad, man the bad, without talking about it because she's like, men have always been trash. No, that's not the case. Look, sure, there's probably some people who did bad things back in the day. That's back then before I was born. But you can't be like, oh, men were trash the entire. No, women were just as trash. We just don't talk about it. Now, not all women back then were bad because well, women didn't have the same rights back then, which that is bad. Everyone should have the same rights. However, let's talk about this. Back then men kind of were just put in charge because men strong, that's it. Because back then we weren't able to do things like we do today where we have science and modern technology and all these things that make things easier for women and men to be equal. Because back then the whole point of men was you got to fight and go die for us because without us we go extinct. And that was obvious. So let's keep going to the next video, next part of the video.
In order to stop necrophilia, they had to let the female dead bodies decompose a little bit longer to discourage non-consensual sex with a dead body. Y'all been trash. Y'all been trash. Y'all been trash. It's not all of you, but it's a lot of you. That's crazy. Y'all been trash. What the hell? What?
Now let's debunk this part because I wanted to let it sink in how bad it is, how these are going to get worse and worse. This one specific with the necrophilia, that is not true. That people are just disgusting in general. There are cases of women using dead men's bodies and riding them like actually in modern day. There are cases where women like will actually use a dead man's corpse to ride his dick. That's not even a joke. Like in actual mortuaries, this is something both men and women do. This isn't a situation where people, this is a gendered thing. No, this is an issue that's everywhere. The big reason that it happens so much more often, people talk about it with men, is because we as a society view men doing something bad as more problematic than when women do it. That's why so many people get so shocked when women do something like fucking disgusting. They're like, women can do it too, and that's why so many people are so grossed out when they hear about how there's like 50 like female predators that don't go to jail because well they're attractive, and that's bad. We should be holding everybody accountable for all their actions, and that's a big issue. Is that we kind of just go, well, she's hot. Therefore, all illegal crimes, let her get through, and that's pretty gross. I don't want someone getting off scot free for like raping people and molesting people because they're hot. That's stupid. That's stupid. You can't let people do horrible things because they're attractive. The same way you can't just let guys do bad things to women because well they have money or because well he didn't mean it, because there are people who try to defend bad things. And here's the how you do it. You don't. You just tell people not to. So let's get to this part of the video. Oh yeah, you can see the booba on the screen. I put it here just for y'all.
And I fight with the strength that I got until I die. So I'm gonna stand up, take my people with.
I'm gonna actually interject. There are so many people who are uncomfortable around each other. Both men and women feel uncomfortable around each other. Like this is not actually an issue that it holds its candle to women specifically because yeah, women always feel uncomfortable around men because we as a society go, men are scary. Whenever men do something bad, we hype it up and go, men are the most dangerous things on the planet. When women are just as scary and just as bad. So we kind of go men bad, men scary. Of course, you're going to be scared of interacting with men if all you hear is they're dangerous and scary, even from your family members. Because a lot of people go, "Oh, honey, be careful around boys. All they want is sex and all these other things," and we kind of hype that up ourselves by going, "Men are bad," while also saying, "Oh, don't be afraid of men." But this next part, no, people ask for nudes all the time. Women literally send other women nudes. It's just that we don't talk about it because women haven't had. It's not as bad for women when other women are creepy. It is bad, but it's not as bad as when guys do it. Because I feel like guys will ask for nudes more often, but it's not. It's actually equal. Like you'll hear more cases of guys asking for nudes because more people are like, "Well, he's not hot, so when he sent the nudes or asked for nudes or whatever, people are gonna be upset." It's true. Like I'll hear there. Like if you ask any woman, have they ever sent news to another woman before? It's probably because they can trust other women because that's how we've society set ourselves up. Despite us also teaching women to not like each other at the same time, is that women can trust each other with their nudes. Like there are more cases where women will share nudes of people versus men who are just like, haha, nice tits, haha, got it.
Me. Together we are going. I love how guys will be like,
Well, wait, I almost slipped that part. But unwanted pictures is also bad. That one falls more into yeah, that's more women than men. Yes, men get unwanted pictures from women too. Like guys are just like minding their own business. There are women who are just weird champ. But the main one there, that's mainly guys. Uh, y'all can talk. You know this, right? Wait, can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me, right? Y'all people in chat, type one in chat if you can hear me. Cause just type one if you can hear me. Everything works. Cause I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. Unironically. All right. Thank you. All right, you guys can't hear me. Yeah, what I'm trying to get across is yes, a lot of the things men and women complain about is only talked about for men because men are usually used as the prime example. Because well, when we hear women do something bad, we don't really act like it's true. Like it's really bad. We gotta go, oh, a man did something bad, that's to be expected. A woman did something bad, whoa, wait, you can't hear Andrew? I can't tell if you're fucking with me or not because it's really hard to, because these the way the live streams work, they're very weird. For mobile, because this is all on mobile, so it's weird. Uh, so it's a little different. But I can't tell if you're joking or not. But if you are, I'll try to fix it next time. Because the main issue these a lot of these videos have is they focus mainly on one subject and try to go, this was actually a bigger issue. When no, a lot of these issues are just one issue that's been overinflated. Bro is M. I don't know who is that. I don't know what that means. Okay. But yeah, a lot of these issues in these videos are just like men bad because this happened and that happened. Oh, we can hear you. Okay. Yeah, but okay. What I'm trying to get across is these videos. always try to look at specifically one issue that both men and women have and try to overinflate it towards men when it's not really the case. And that's pretty gross. Like this next part, I've seen some of this video to make sure it worked before I started going live.
Not all men. But then we'll proceed to say shit like, it's not that I don't trust you, it's that I don't trust other guys. And then they'll be like, get home safe. Safe from what? Ghosts? Other women?
Yes, other women are bad. Yes, there are cases where women do the same. Anything a man does, a woman also does. I like how she over like yes, other guys can be bad. Some guys are bad. True. That's an issue. But here's the issue. Other women are just as bad. We just don't acknowledge when women like do bad things. This entire video is damn, men are bad. But a lot of the times when women do something bad, we just kind of gloss over it, and that's pretty fucking gross. All right, and I can see the chat. All right, you guys were just messing with me. I got it. Yeah, but all right, focusing this video. This video is like 10 minutes, and it's pretty relevant because I saw people talking about it again, and I was just like, oh no, I don't want to talk about all men epidemic because it's bad, and I feel like we should be talking about it more because of how bad this rhetoric is, because it quite literally goes, it's men's fault that bad things happen to women. Other women do it too. And yes, men are going to sometimes do some of the bad things. Sure. That's just how it is in life. Bad people do bad things. But when you say, because some of these videos you'll see, they'll be like, "Oh, men are parasites." Of course, a man's going to defend themselves from this. It doesn't matter if they're not one of the bad ones. When you hear all, that defaults to everybody going, "That means me too." It doesn't mean, oh, it's not me. No, when you hear all in a negative light, your brain, and for anyone, as I've said earlier, with the not with when guys get cheated on by their girlfriend and they go, oh, women this, women say not all women, and that's because that's the natural response to hearing something negative about about you, other people like you or any of that. Your brain goes no, because you yourself are not a bad person, and that's how it works. I'm here for the thumbnail sauce. Exactly. Good thumbnail. We like frog girls in this chat. True. I wish I had a frog girl model. Remember, chat. Respect everybody, or we don't get respect from anybody. Because that's the whole point. These videos specifically go, guys are bad. No, it's everybody's bad, but we just hyper focus on the guys.
Huh? A bear?
What the men's rights? Shut the fuck up. Stop. Men cause most of the murder. Men cause most of the rape. Guy stops me. Actually, here's a statistic you're probably not aware of. But men actually get raped more than women. Yeah, by other men, you fucking dipshit.
And here we're actually going to interject again because this video is just going to be pausing. Pause, champ. I'm better than Hassan. I react to the content. I actually use my fucking words. God damn it. Now, jokes aside, I'm bullying Hassan aside for now. This entire video, this part of the video, true. More people talk about men murdering than women because we don't want to acknowledge women do the bad stuff. We don't. Like, he quite literally goes, only men get raped a lot? No, by women too, you dipshit. I'm sorry. This guy's like, you guys are fucking stupid. No, because we don't acknowledge women rape a lot of men. And men just kind of go, well, she's a woman. They're like, I'm going to explain this. This is something that happens a lot in society, is whenever women like do bad things, you either depending on the situation. I'm gonna use some really strong language here. But when women like rape men and a man's like, I didn't want to be raped, a lot of people go, what are you, a faggot? Because that's supposed to be like an insult to guys who are like, you didn't want to get raped without your consent. Wow, what a faggot. No, that's stupid. If someone rapes you, you should be allowed to be upset. You shouldn't be like getting treated like dog shit. The same way that when you hear about women molesting boys, they just get away with it, and that's disgusting. They shouldn't get away with it. They should be held to the same standards as men, because a big thing that happens is, well, we go, women are hot because yeah, women are naturally pretty, even without makeup and all that stuff. Women are just naturally more pretty than men. It's a lot harder for men to be attractive because a lot of I'm not the genetics guy, but a lot more genetics for men usually tend to go towards being stronger and trying to be like more physically useful because of the way men basically have to do a lot of the stuff back then, and that's just how it was, and that really does suck. because men can't really be pretty as girls. Oh, if you're a guy, you're most likely not. You're gonna be either average, below average, or you're one of the few people that looks very attractive, and that does suck for guys because a lot of guys, when it comes to looking attractive, a lot of guys don't see themselves as attractive, even though a lot of guys are just average. And there's nothing wrong with being average. The same with some women. Some women are average, but yeah, there's gonna be a lot more supermodel women because genetics be like, hey, you're gonna be pretty. And I'm sorry about the strong language, but I had to put it out there. Like there are people who just say those fucked up words, and they say those things a lot. And a big reason you'll hear it is because people like to downplay things by using strong language. Hell, I'll see people go, "Oh my god, this guy defended himself because his wife was stabbing him to death." What the fuck is wrong with you? How could you defend yourself from being stabbed to death? What do you mean? He defended himself from dying. They'll be like, "What are that's some scummy behavior." To he had to hit his wife because she was stabbing him with a knife for no reason. It was just like I remember this because it was on the news before when I was younger, and it came. I saw a rerun and I was like, "Oh yeah, I've seen this before," because I remember the story. And people got so mad because he didn't want to die. If someone stabs you, the first natural response is to defend yourself. I feel like that's an issue. Is that we don't want to acknowledge women do bad things, and this video can just be downplayed to women are just as bad. So let's keep going and see some of the other dumber responses.
Jesus Christ! You make my point for me, you stupid fuck! See, I say that and no one gets mad. No men are like, bro, you're fucking generalizing massively. Such a douchebag move to just criticize an entire gender.
It is a douchebag move to criticize an entire gender. Women get mad when men say some fucked up shit about them being called cheaters and whores. What do you mean? What do you mean? I thought Joe was supposed to be smart. He's dumb. Oh, I'm sorry. People, we just don't acknowledge that men and get treated like shit, just like women get treated like shit. We just go, well, you're a guy. Good luck. No, god damn it. All right. Everyone in every gender has flaws and are bad. Hence, why I hate people. They think they're perfect and immune to criticism. Exactly, Andrew. It's true. I hate when people go, damn, I'm immune to flaws and all these things. And you know, there's flaws with everybody. It's true. We gotta criticize people when they do things. You're not immune to it. Especially, I think it's worse when it's gender, because that's really bad. Because when you use your gender as a weapon, that's a tool where that actually allows other people to think of it as a weapon. That's not the point of your gender. Your gender is just who you is. Oh, you're a girl. That's it. There's nothing special. The only differences between a man and woman is one has boobs and the other one has a dick. There's not that much going on, and no one cares. People should just be able to vibe and be happy. That's the whole point. But when I see videos like this where they go, guys, no, everybody is the problem. We got to work on ourselves and look at the bad parts. But we don't do that enough because we've kind of been socialized to go, hey, let's not, treat each other like human beings. No, we're not going to do that, I guess. And it's stupid. It's stupid because we're human beings. We should be treating each other with respect for both men and women. And when I see videos downplay that women are just as bad as men, and that yeah, sure, there's gonna be bad men, but when you downplay it, everything to that's horrible. Everything has to be a war or finger pointing at as a problem. Exactly, Andrew. People just want to have a reason to complain about the other, and that's super fucking gross. When I see something that's just actively going, this is bad. Like no, I'll see people try to complain about anything. It's really bad. We shouldn't be complaining about how one has it harder than the other. We should be working it together. And race and sexuality, what and race and sexuality, whatever the identity, stop using your identity as a shield from criticism when you're exactly. I don't even use my identity as an asshole to be an asshole. Look, if I'm gonna be an asshole, I'm gonna do it because I like to be an asshole. I'm not even an asshole, and I can say that. I'm not gonna go. I'm black, therefore I'm gonna say some slurs, guys. No, that's stupid. Don't do that. You can't just hide. Well, I'm not. I'm an African American. I can get away. I'm black. I've shown off my skin before. Like I think I've shown my hand off in a video, and I can say I don't really need to use my race to be a dickhead. You can just be a dickhead regardless. Same thing with sexuality. If you're doing bad things, just stop trying to use your sexuality or race, because that makes people go, oh my god, see, this is the no, because you'll hear so many people that are like very who go they keep using their sexualities and stuff to take over the world and bully people. No, that's not the case either. There's just bad people, and trying to lump everybody together as who does that into one group is also a problem because there's going to be a lot of bad people. But we need to stick together. We need to work together. We need to we need to become a united front, and make sure that bad people don't do bad things. All right, we're gonna get to the next part of the video.
Men don't care, because I'm one of you, and you know.
Not all men, but I started running home from school with my keys between my fingers when I was 11. Not all men, but I was called a slut for wearing shorts in the summer when I was 13.
Now, the keys thing, that's stupid. I'm sorry. There are so many people who have keys in their who run with their keys and all these things. Like this one, that one doesn't make sense. You can't go, "All men are gonna chase you when you're young." Like, what are you talking about? That's stupid. All right, I'm blessed. I'm gonna say some. No, 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 not like this, Schlatt. Nah. No, but in all honesty, like this part of the video, that's bad. There are people who do call younger women sluts for wearing shorts, and I think that's gross. That's gross. It's the same way when I'll hear like older women say who like go, "Oh my god, this." I hate when older women do this too because this is also a problem with women. And they'll be like, "Oh my god, this guy's wearing this younger guy who's probably underage," and they'll be like, "Oh my god, he's hot or he's wearing shorts." I'm like, "Stop that! Stop it!" You know, that's creepy. When guys do that shit too, when I see men doing that to younger women being creepy, that's gross. But the keys thing doesn't even make sense. What man is chasing a child for 11-year-old all the way to their house? No, this is someone over exaggerating or at least having a shit life. If they have a shit life, I am very sorry because that does suck. If you have a situation where creepy adults are creeping on you, that does suck. But the shorts thing, no, that's just people being weird in general. I don't even think that's a men thing. The fact that I can bring up women are creep on like younger men who don't wear like who wear like shorts or sometimes not even wearing or sometimes like go, "Oh, this young person's wearing shorts without a shirt. Oh, look at them, they're hot." No, that's creepy. It's something that happens to both men and women. The keys thing, that one might be very specific to them.
Not all men, but I told you I didn't want to, but all you cared about was my tits rather than the tears streaming down my face.
And my response is no, honey, I'm sorry. But that's just because of a specific person. This is actually a specific person. And there are so many cases where we don't like. All right, this one's gonna be a little fucked up, but this is true. We don't actually care about people's emotions most of the time, men and women. You'll hear so many women like, "Open up about your emotions so I can use it as a weapon," and that's pretty bad. I shouldn't go. I shouldn't be able to respond like, "No, this is an issue that doesn't apply to Ben in the slightest." This is just you dated a shit person, 100%. This is an issue like the shorts one where I'm like, this is an issue. This one is you dated someone who's a dick, and now you're going he all ever cared about with my tits rather than yeah. There's gonna be people like that. I'll hear about a lot of men where their partner will like treat them like dog shit, and the only thing they care about from the partner is that, well, you're good at sex. That's awful. I've known 40-year-old moms that talk about their son's high school friends can get it. Exactly. It's gross when I hear that. Exactly, Andrew. There's so many cases where all these videos are just like, but look at it from women's point of view. No, men have it happen to them often. We just don't want to talk about how women are just as bad as men. And this video specifically, this part of the video, this one applies to this person she dated. Because I'll hear about guys who dated women who treat them like shit, make them cry, and all these other things, and they'll be like, and they'll keep them around because well their partner likes them for sex and only sex, and that's why those women will like date these guys and treat them like shit. They're only in it for the caca, and that sucks. That sucks. You shouldn't date some. You shouldn't. Your relationship shouldn't be valued on. Well, you have kids. Yippee! No, you should be trying to date a person and be in a relationship with them because you love them and care about them. You shouldn't be just going, "I like you, therefore I'm gonna treat you like shit." No, and even when you're in a fucking emotional distress, that's bad.
Not all men, but I was catcalled in leggings and a stained hoodie when I was 15. Not all.
Now, this one is bad. The catcalling is something that is more common for women other than men. Some men do get get dog whistled. God damn it, we've really ruined dog whistling. But yes, dog whistling and catcalling were both terms used for men and women. More people catcall because it's a lot easier to go look at an attractive woman, you know, more often than not wearing nice clothes and all that stuff. Like, so this actually happens a lot. Dog whistling actually does happen for more like attractive men who are very muscular, all these kind of things. But we don't really talk about dog whistling because we so dog whistling before it became a political thing was just like, oh yeah, women used to like used to catcall too. They used to like go, oh look at that boy. Like they make people, everyone makes each other uncomfortable. But I will say this is one of the few parts where I can say no, this is an issue that's more women prevalent nowadays. We don't really talk about men being attractive anymore. So this one technically, by technicality, is technically a women's issue. Is that we don't really have men get called attractive in uncomfortable ways anymore. Is mainly women now, and that is an issue we should try to fix. We should try to treat people with respect and don't be weird, champ. Going nice tits when they're minding their own business. You should be like, wow, nice dress, all that stuff. Be natural about it.
Not all men, but my coworker wouldn't stop calling me beautiful last summer.
Now, that one is bad. That one is bad, but that actually is something that happens in the workplace a lot. Women and men will actually just tell their coworkers they look beautiful all the time. That's something that happens to everybody. I'm sorry, but you can't say all men for that one. The last one, that one is an issue that's been conflated to one gender specifically because we kind of forgot. Oh yeah, men can be attractive too. That sucks. But this one is just like no. There are so many people that don't know how to not to be more appropriate with their coworkers, and it's actually a big issue. So I want to talk about this because this one isn't going to get brought up at any point, but I thought it would be important. This is something I learned from one of the homies who used to work like in strip clubs and all that stuff, and she told me about it, and I was like, this is really neat to know. And she told me about it, and she was like, yeah, when a lot of women uh are working as strippers, the people that are like harassing them and touching them inappropriately are the other women. And this actually kind of shocked me because you think it would be the men, like, but I think it's because of the way the social economics are for. Yes, there are gonna be some grabby men, but they're so rare to the amount because I actually asked a few people about this, and I thought she was joking, but no, it's just really common for women to get hands on with other women because we tell women, well, you can trust other women. Women aren't as bad as men, but no, women are just as bad. And that's why when I hear about women being the pervs in strip clubs touching other women without their consent, it only happens because well, women go and see themselves as not bad. They can't be as bad as the guys because well, they're a girl. They're not harassing or getting in your personal space, and that is a big issue. We should be going, no, you're being fucking weird. Stop it.
Not all men, but four different men kept staring and taking pictures when I was alone. Not all.
Now, this one sucks. Yes, there are going to be some people who do take pictures of people when they're alone. This is true. I see this with women too. I have met women who've done this. This one is pretty bad. This one happens more with women because women hot. That's the big issues. A lot of these are, as I've said before, this video is gonna be me saying the same thing over and over again. That no, this happens to men, but we just only focus on when bad things happen to women because we like women because they're pretty. This whole part right here, no, I've seen women who take pictures of like men's body parts and all these things without their consent. I'm sorry, like this is an issue. This one is just bad because there are guys who do this, and like I can pull up clips of guys doing this the same as I can with women, but I have to look more for the ones with women being creeps. More people will know about a guy being a creep than a woman because who do we focus on doing bad things? Men. So we're gonna keep on moving.
All men, but every single woman.
Between saying all men and some men, but my lovely lesbian queen.
This is such a brain dead take, but I am explaining to you why it's.
Oh hey, we know Christina Mayo, and I think I made a video on her back in the past. So Christina is not a bad person, but her video doesn't work because we're about to debunk it right now. Now I don't hate this person. This person is very nice, but this is one of the few takes where I'm like, this is brain dead. Yo, true. Men get photographed more for embarrassing moments, so people don't care since it's not usually sexual. True, More people will photograph men in more embarrassing moments, and that is an issue. We kind of more people don't want to focus because I'll hear about men getting sexual photos and stuff, and that is weird. But we don't. I think I'm trying to remember one, but it was a celebrity dude, and he like they took pictures of him, sexual stuff. And it was awkward. Yeah, yeah. It's really common. I think it is true. You'll see more stuff about men and embarrassing issues. Louis Spear. No, no, not. I actually don't know who that is. But there was a celebrity. There's a few male celebrities that get like inappropriate pictures of them, and we kind of just go, "Oh man, that's really cool." Like, all right, I want to use Markiplier. Oh wait, he was shirtless at a beach, and gay men started a photo. Yeah, that's something that happens with men too. Men will do the same thing to other men, just like women will do the same thing to other women. Anything a man or woman does to each other, the same sex will also do that issue. Exactly, Andrew. That's an issue. There will people being creeps no matter who you are, man or woman. Uh, Now, I think the most simple thing is people don't want to acknowledge it, but people are overly horny about anybody. If you find that person, like, think about it. I want to use Markiplier. Remember Markiplier's OnlyFans? That shit actually broke the internet. Like the actual site broke because so many women and men wanted to see his cock. And you know why? Because it's a natural response to seeing someone attractive. You want to see if they're like, I'm gonna maybe put my cock out or whatever, or even show off like some tasteful nudes. People are gonna be like, yippee, yippee, and that's kind of what happened. No, he didn't put his cock out. He actually said that he was gonna do tasteful nudes. He wasn't gonna show his dick, but he was gonna show himself nude, just no dick out. You don't get to see the dick. And a lot of people were like, "Oh my god, I gotta see his cock! I gotta see his cock!" That's what happened. Yeah, a lot of people want to see his cock. That's what happened. And a lot of people act like, "No, we would never do that. We would never objectify a man." But Markiplier himself, not even taking his dick out, everyone wanted to see his dick, not Markiplier's body. They wanted to see his dick. I want you to think about that. Everyone's like, we never sexualize men. Markiplier, I'm gonna take some tasteful nudes. No dick. Everyone, dick, 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 dick. No, you knew what happened, and you still wanted his cock. It's true. Bizarre adventure, exactly. Bizarre adventure. It's true. A lot of people wanted to see Markiplier's cock. Women and men. People wanted to see his cock because he wanted to. I forgot what he was doing. He was trying to help. He's like, guys, you help with this charity thing, so I'm gonna do tasteful nudes. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, this is actually a thing that happened. A lot of people like wanted to see Markiplier's cock, even though he said there was no cock pics. He outright said he's just gonna do tasteful nudes where he's just gonna show everything but his dick. He's like gonna show off his body but not his dick, and everyone's like cock, cock, cock. They wanted to see his cock, and people act like that's not an issue. We just don't acknowledge women and men being horny. We're talking. All right, bizarre adventure. We're talking about how a lot of women and men don't want to acknowledge that they're down bad, and like we objectify men, women objectify men just as bad as women objectify, men and women objectify each other, and it's very obvious. I specifically brought it up because a lot of women wanted to see Markiplier's cock, even though he said he's not showing off his dick. So many people wanted to see if his cock was going to be out. Like people lost their mind over it, and everyone acted. And I'm bringing it up because a lot of people don't want to acknowledge that no, people are just gonna be creeps or really weird about it because we like to look at the people's bodies and be fucking down horrendous. Exactly, potato. All hair, Lord Marquand. Yeah, but that's my point. Is everyone that says only women are objectifying, or only men objectify women? No, we do it all. We do it with men too. Women do it to men. Everyone wanted to see Markiplier's cock. Everyone was like, I want to see his cock when he said there's gonna be no dick pics. He's just gonna show off his body. You're not gonna see his cock. And people got upset that they couldn't see his dick. People got upset when he said, "You're not seeing my dick." He outright made it a statement that no, he's gonna show off his body but not his dick. And people got upset about this. I want you to pay attention. People just wanted to see his cock because, I mean, yeah, it's Markiplier too, but it's still women thirsting over a man and being creepy about it. That's an issue. It's true. It's bad. All right. We're gonna go back to the video and continue.
Why it's wrong. We as humans generalize things all the time. The example I like to use is when we say, be careful around ticks because ticks carry Lyme disease. No one says, well, not all ticks carry Lyme disease, because logically we understand that enough ticks carry Lyme disease that you could be infected. Now,
nope, that's not true. We never say all ticks carry Lyme disease. We just say ticks because, well, most people don't know there's a difference between tick this and tick that. You're not gonna go tick A has disease and tick B doesn't have disease. People actually do generalize. Not all spiders are dangerous. Oh, truest thing I've ever said. I almost didn't think about it. Not all spiders are dangerous, but there's enough spiders that are dangerous for us as people to be scared of spiders when we know they're not all dangerous. People know they're not all dangerous. People say not all spiders are dangerous, but a lot of the people will not know this because we don't really we don't go, this is the dangerous one, this is the safe one, because it's hard to tell the difference between something, an animal that's safe and the animal that is dangerous. You can tell the difference between a lot of things. If you see a spider, people are going to tell you not all spiders are dangerous regardless overall, but a lot of places have dangerous spiders, so a lot of people just tell you to avoid them in general. Here's the issue with this: men are people and they're not animals. You can work with people, understand people. You can tell the difference between a man that's dangerous versus a man that's safe versus a woman that's dangerous versus a woman that's safe. Women who are safe and dangerous and men who are safe and dangerous. You can tell based on the situation, certain body languages. There's actually a lot of ways to learn about it. Yes. More of the story, racist. God damn it. True. We don't like ticks in this house. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. Ticks, tick this. Get them out of here. Translators are very cute. Exactly. I like translators. I don't know what that means, but yes. But true. But let's keep going because I want to make sure I want to point out why this is wrong.
Now, personally, I'm a radical feminist, and I have never once heard a woman who has said all men are rapists. So that's just disingenuous.
No, that one is actually really bad. That one is actually real. A lot of people don't want to acknowledge this because, yeah, it's pretty bad. We do try to ignore those people, and a lot of people try to act like they don't exist. But no, there are women who are like kill all men. Women who are like all men are predators and all these things. No, it's common. I feel like a lot we don't want to acknowledge it because I do think some people are trying to be assholes about it and trying to like get the worst example out there, trying to make the worst thing. But there are people who are doing it as genuine to be pieces of shit because they're genuine about it. There are going to always be people who are fucking just disgusting. And I feel like this video, for what it was, because I'd say back then, before people started using the internet more and seeing more of the bad stuff pop up, because yeah, all these fucked up things that you see, they did happen, but they weren't big. Now they're bigger enough for people to see it, and people don't really know how to respond because, well, we didn't expect the bad things to be piling up over time. Because when you hear a bad thing, you're not like, oh man, it's time, boys. This is number 50. No, people aren't expecting these things to happen because they shouldn't be happening.
Disingenuous to place that ideology onto us. But when we speak up about women's oppression and women's abuse, we obviously know it's not all men. But when 1 in 3 women in their lifetime are either raped or physically abused by a man, it is enough men.
And I'm going to come back into this because, yes, there are a lot of men who do bad things. It is enough people. The same way it happens with women. But we don't talk about women's rights. I mean, fuck me. God damn it. We don't talk about men's rights because, and this is something people don't know. So actually, man, it's good to have lawyer friends. Men aren't actually a protected class. So let's say a woman runs a company and is sexually harassing all her employees and doing all these disgusting acts. Everyone's going to go, well, shouldn't they? No, there's no legal action. Men are not a protected class unless they are a minority, specifically. Meaning, if a woman wants to, let's say a woman runs this business and she says all these fucked up and horrible things, does all these horrible things. Men already don't talk about bad things that happen to them. But if this woman were to run the company and do these horrible things, men cannot legally do anything to combat her bad behavior because as long as she doesn't say anything racist or like homophobic or whatever, and she's just harassing and doing awful things, they could get away with it forever unless the laws change it because men are not protected classes because that's a real thing. Now let's circle back to when they say not all men, but enough. No, it's the same with women. Not all women is said a lot of the time because we don't mean all. But the way you phrase it doesn't help anybody either. Because saying all men are parasites is pretty fucking bad. The same way if I said all women are parasites, that's bad. When I was homeless at 18, unemployed women with kids, they didn't take care of were given priority in the system. Exactly. Wait, they didn't take care of you. Wait, all right. When I was 18, unemployed, women with kids, they didn't take care of. Wait, when I was at, when I was, wait, all right, they didn't take care of taking, yeah, given priority in the systems. All right. Yeah, women are given higher priority because we as a society want to make sure that women are safer or taken better care of than men. And that's because, well, first off, we think women are attractive. We think women are weaker than men. And we think women need to always be protected by men. Even women themselves do this, where they go, well, women are always going to be a danger and all these other things, and et cetera, et cetera. And it's pretty bad. Just saying, lazy chicks were given free housing. I don't think lazy people are always given free housing for being women. I do think a big reason is because we feel more sympathy towards women as a whole. Because what women are how society views women is they are weak compared to men, and they are and like think about it, men are not are told never to have emotion. Women are told to be emotional and to and be and show off that they're in distress more often than not. And when bad things happen, we do kind of prop up that we need to help them more than we do have to help men, and that is pretty bad. We should be trying to help everybody. You should be trying to help everybody just because they should be helped, not because what they have in their pants or what they look like. No, you should be trying to help them because you want to help them as a human being, and that is a big issue. I just wanted to get sleep and get a job, but the gals had their hands held and got all their help. That does suck. That does suck, Andrew. I think we should be trying to help both men and women. We shouldn't just going, oh my God, well, she's a woman. She needs more help. Both should be getting help. If someone is homeless or unemployed, you should be trying to help them, not focusing mainly on one because, well, society. No, society should not be a factor in this. And I want to come back to what Christina said. No, a big reason why so many people don't want to defend, not all go not all men is because yes, when you hear all, everyone's going to default to you mean everybody. It's something we all do. So there has to be a better way to phrase it. Like some men are horrible. That's it. That's all you got to do is say some men are horrible. We need to stop some of these horrible men out. We got to stop all the horrible men out there because some men are just decent people who are getting in trouble for these guys. You know how easy that was? I just said some men are fucking horrible, not all. And that's all you have to do to get people on board is not say all, say some. Good talk. I agree with your takes, but I gotta go. It's okay, Andrew. I understand. But chat, it's true. A big issue is we don't want to talk about issues. We don't want to talk about the same things men and women have. Chat, it's okay for you to talk because I will respond whenever you want. Because I can see when y'all are in chat. I do keep track. So if you have anything to say, go ahead as we go through the video.
Men. That is enough men to make all women afraid. That is enough men that when I'm walking home alone at night, I have to assume it's all men to keep myself safe.
No, you shouldn't assume it's all men. You should not. All right. What is the difference between a difference into cute women and sexy women? I say all right, all right. I'm gonna explain because they fall into the same camp. I think cute means. I think cute for women is like their outfits are like more like say like let's say a woman shows off an outfit that shows off more cleavage. More people are going to go that's sexy because the more skin that's shown is what applies to sexy because it's the same thing with men. The less clothes, the more sexy because it's showing off more of the body and people like the body. But cute means the outfit is specifically trying to wear more clothes, but in a way that it still feels like this is something anybody could wear, but it's enough where it's like it's not trying to be sexy. It's trying to be something you can show off to people, which is why a lot of people go, "This is cute," which is sexy. A bikini is sexy. A swimsuit is cute because a bikini is showing off more skin. A swimsuit isn't. Therefore, that would be called cute. You can find either one sexy and either one cute. You can find a bikini cute, but it's more preference overall. But the main drawing point is does it show a lot of skin versus oh anybody can wear this and it can be cute. Uh, that's my point. So what Christina? All right, let's focus on what Christina's saying real quick. She's saying that's enough men to make all women. No, there's always gonna. That's stupid. It's the same thing with men. Men do not, even though men are afraid of women because there's so many cases. All right, I'm gonna bring up this one specifically because it's really fucked. There are multiple cases of women doing who will try to make men do whatever they want by going, I'm gonna scream false rape, and that's disgusting. That is actually the most disgusting one I've heard because this is one that it happens a lot. I remember the case where the woman did it 10 times. She accused a man of false rape 10 times, like different men 10 times, and it ruined those people's lives because that's a real issue that we have. We already don't. We are Society already views men doing bad things to women as a really bad thing, even when it's not. Most of the time, like, oh, a guy cheated on his girlfriend, that's bad. But if someone going false rape is so much worse. That's super bad because we already view men as bad and we already punish men very heavily, unlike women. So and when you hear this guy was accused of rape, that makes them more afraid of them. And that's a big reason why men are afraid of going anywhere with women at times because that can there what happen. Imagine if someone wants to ruin your life. All they have to do is falsely say rape, and you're in trouble. You are terrified. It's the same reason why guys have a harder time opening up with women or being outside at night. Yes, women and men are afraid of each other at night because both of them can do some shitty things. Oh, a guy can be a creep on a woman, and a woman can be like, I don't like this guy. I'm gonna say it to get people's attention and make and try and do it as a bad thing. There, it's really bad. It's an issue that we don't really talk about because people don't want to acknowledge it. Men are afraid of women just like women are afraid of men at night. The same with in the daytime. The only reason most people don't talk about it is because most men will not interact with women most of the time because they're already very anxious about causing trouble because society has said, men, you should be afraid to upset women. You should be afraid to be around women because you make them uncomfortable. When no, both of them make each other uncomfortable. It's not one makes the other uncomfortable. Look, if I look, I'm worried that I'm gonna get in a situation one day where a woman falsely accuses me of a crime. No, that's terrifying. I don't want to hang out with one of my friends. People who falsely accuse people of raping them should get charged as if they rape them. Exactly. Potato. No, if you're accusing someone of a crime, you should be punished. And it's false, and it's a false crime. You should be punished because. And it's because we kind of do take rape seriously for women, but we don't take it seriously for men, which is why we don't talk about men getting raped, which happens a lot. It's by women, expectedly. Like it happens with men, at least it'll have. At least that man will be punished. We don't really take these things seriously. What do you think about ZZZ Hoyoverse? The game looks so good. Honkai Star Rail or Genshin? I don't like Genshin because it's kind of boring. It's just, did you like Breath of the Wild, but a little more, but with more characters? I guess it's not that. It's Honkai Star Rail. I think is really fun because it's an RPG, and you can get they can do some interesting things with RPGs by telling better stories because what RPGs heavily rely on their story, but they also rely on their side quests. Meaning you can always have lots of side quests and a lot of character building because the gameplay is very simple. So you don't have to make the gameplay super deep. You just need to make sure it's functioning and then focus heavily on the story and the characters. But focusing, what I'm trying to say is no, men and women are afraid of each other even at night. We just we People just don't want to acknowledge that they feel uncomfortable about things. We only talk about women being unsafe at night because it's the most commonly talked about thing. As I'm gonna keep saying in the video, a lot of these are just issues that are over conflated in women's favors because we don't want to talk about when it happens to men.
But when men like you sit on this app and make our pain and our abuse and our oppression about yourselves, it is helping no one. I know it's not all men, but it's enough men to keep us in a constant state of fear, and that's how oppression works.
No, that's not how it works. People don't want to be can feel like they're being lumped into a group of bad people. All right, he's talking about Zenless Zone. I don't know what that is. I've never played it. All right, next part is next part I'm trying to say. I think a lot of people want to downplay. A lot of people do want to downplay some bad things that happen to women, but we also downplay bad things that happen to men, and that's just gonna happen regardless. I get what she's trying to say is, guys, you shouldn't be getting mad about this. No, we should be getting mad because we're not doing it in a way that we can get people on board. We're making people feel uncomfortable and feel like they're a problem when they're not. Yes, there are going to be some people who are like who are just bad and shitty because we're not. No one's trying to oppress women. If they are, they're a shit person. But if you tell people suck it up, you're a parasite. No, of course that's just in the back of your mind. People's first instinct to hearing something negative about that can be applied to them is to get upset about it. As I keep saying throughout this video, if a guy gets cheated on by his girlfriend and calls all women cheating whores, women are gonna get mad. Women are gonna get mad about that because that's something anybody would get mad about if you called them the cheating whore. Of course you're gonna be upset.
If men did not exist, I would go to the store like this.
Shut the fuck up. This is stupid. That's fucking stupid. Shut the fuck up. This one is stupid. No, I'm sorry. That sounds so mean, but I genuinely, this one is stupid. You can wear the fucking dress. Sure, there's gonna be people who look. It's the same way if a man who's attractive wears any kind of outfit that looks weird. People bat an eye at anything. They're gonna find a reason to objectify you, whether you're wearing a lot of clothes or no clothes. Same thing with women objectifying men. Let's move on to the next one. If men didn't exist, you wouldn't either. Fair striker. But her entire thing is, well, I could wear outfits like this that are considered attractive by people and not have to worry. But no, if men didn't exist, you still have women ogling you and doing the same thing. What do you mean? I can just pull. I like. What do you mean? You didn't change any answer. I don't know why you got so funny. It's because I'm trying to have a little fun because I know this video is gonna be me saying a lot of the same fucking shit for the next few minutes. Because these types of videos, if the video doesn't have anything for me to say, I am gonna try to be funny. Like no, this entire video is, man, these things are both happening to men and women. We just don't talk about the ones with men, or wow. Let's talk about this other version where it does happen, but we don't also want to talk about it, or where maybe this is an issue. This video, right? This part of the video, I hate. Like I actually hate it because it's like no, women are gonna do it now. There's no men. Women are gonna objectify you. Shut up! God damn it! Like what do you mean? Nothing changed. All that happened is that women are doing it instead.
Yes, but men still do exist, so I'll go like this.
Not. And I'm gonna say it again. They're gonna objectify you with those on either. People already don't hate women. Women are already attractive to men, regardless of what they wear. Sure, there's gonna be men who are like, I'm gonna objectify you because you wore these clothes too. Like, no, same thing with women. You're gonna objectify someone because you find them attractive. And women are often considered attractive. Of course, there's going to be creeps. They're going to be like, who are going to stare at you even when you're wearing clothes like this. She still looks attractive. What do you mean? You didn't change anything. The only thing is you changed your clothes.
Not all men. Yes, we know.
Here's why Not All Men is trending. On March 3rd, Sarah Evergard was walking home to her house in London when she was abducted and later found dead. When the people found out about this, the police sent out a statement warning all women to not go out past dark. The problem with this is women aren't the issue, men are. So why punish women for problems men have created?
All right. So this was actually about the men's curfew issue, the men and women's curfew issue. So all right, that was beautiful. Can you let her slide? Her sing? Yeah, her singing is great, but the issue is she's trying to say if men didn't exist, she could go out dressed however she wants, but that's not the case. But we'll let them pass for good singing. We'll give them a 7 out of 10. Keep it moving. But this person is talking about this is an actual thing that happened. So when people were like men were like this guy did something bad. I think. Let me go back real quick. March 2, she was found dead. Yeah, so it's probably a man, but it also could have been a woman. But I don't know who killed her. But a lot of people said go inside your house. Yes, because this woman died. So they told other women go just stay inside at night for now because they didn't want other women to get killed by this psychopath. Makes sense because everyone assumes that the person who did it was probably a guy. That sucks, but at least they were at least trying to go. Maybe you should stay inside just in case it is a guy. Question: why is there a gif of a fox woman? Oh, I put it there just for you guys to focus. Smile. Just for you guys, so you can focus on the stream. But what I'm trying to get across is, exactly. You're welcome. But Yes, this person is talking about a real thing that almost happened. People were going, man, maybe we should give women a curfew, so just in case men are doing bad things. Just because they were like, which is stupid. A lot of people actually agreed it's stupid to give women a curfew because just like men, we're functioning human beings that need to go outside. Yes, there's going to be a lot of bad people, and I feel like that is an issue. That was stupid. Everyone agreed with that.
Hated. Jenny Jones, a member of the House, realized this and proposed a bill that would set a curfew for men so they couldn't go out past 6. What men retaliated with was not all men.
And here's the issue, because Jenny is also a lady. She took it from her own experience, yes, and she said, "Wait, what if I just did the reverse instead for men?" And the issue is that that's not the issue. Isn't all men need to have a curfew or all women need to have a curfew? The issue is that we need to find better ways to stop bad people from doing bad things, because when she talked about men having a curfew and women having curfew, a lot of women, a lot of men actually did complain about women having curfews, and women complained about it. But no woman actually complained about men having curfews. When the coin got flipped from women complained and men complained that women shouldn't have curfews because duh, that's stupid. But when it flipped to the other side, a lot of women were like, this is fine. And that's stupid. Men, why do men have to complain about having a curfew, but the women are like, yes, men agree with us, but for you need to have the curfew though. No, that's stupid. That's stupid, and it makes it feel worse because her answer was like, well, why don't men just have curfew? That's stupid. You're taking away people's basic human rights by saying you're a danger. All of you are a danger. No, because the other way around too with the women, that outright says women are a liability, which is an issue. They're saying women, you're just gonna get hurt. No, both of them are bad because they're taking away your basic human rights to go outside. If someone wants to go outside at night, you shouldn't tell them, hey, if I catch you outside, there's a chance you can go to jail or something. That's stupid. That's stupid, and it limits human rights. That's stupid. Of course people are gonna get upset. And of course more people are going to talk about it for the men's issue, because, well, no, they went, oh, women, never mind, it's men. Of course men are going to be upset because why they were like, well, we're not going to do it for women. How about you? This actually goes against basic human rights. Of course people are going to be upset if your basic human rights are being taken away, whether it be gender or sexuality or whatever. Of course you're going to get upset. Your basic human rights should always be something that you should have. And this person's like, they got upset because they said not all men. No, the issue is, I need to pay attention here, is they're taking away basic human rights because of either a man or a woman did something bad to another, to a woman, and they said, well, we're going to take away your basic human rights. One of you is losing them, and that's stupid.
Men, completely missing the point she was trying to make, which was you don't have to change women to fit the needs of men. Don't change women, educate men.
Now, I half agree here. Yes, we shouldn't change women or men because both of them are the fucking problem. You need to educate both. You need to educate women not to be weirdos, and you need to educate men not to be weirdos. You need to educate people to not be bad. Exactly, Sean. I am a YouTuber people watch. Which actually, what you talked about? Rules for thee, not for me. Exactly. A lot of the people who were talking about men, women should be allowed to go out. Sorry, a lot of the women wanted to have their rights, but when it came to the men, they were like, no, you guys should you should be having curfews, and that's stupid. That's disgusting. You can't complain about yours and then the other way around. That's bad. That's bad. That shouldn't happen. Now, this person is right. We should educate men and women about how to be not fucking weirdos, because I don't know who the person who killed that lady was, but it could either be a man or a woman. And that's the big issue why so many crimes go unsolved, is because we forget women are bad too. Despite being able to look up women doing horrific things, we kind of just don't acknowledge them. Like, this person could have been a woman killing another woman for all we know, and we just kind of assume men, because men do bad things, and they just went, it's probably a guy. But the main issue is taking away basic human rights, and that's the biggest issue. Is you can't take away basic human rights because of one person, or punish people, or make people feel like they're bad because of one person. What the reason people get so mad at all men and all women as a statement is because you can just say some men are doing bad things. We need to be more accountable, and take more action against bad people. That's fine. That's all they had to say, is some, not all. Saying all sits in the back of people's mind in a negative light more often than not.
And the thing is, you're right. It's not all men. But do you objectify women? It's
Nope, I don't.
not all men, but have you ever begged someone for nudes?
Nope. I've never begged anyone for nudes. I feel like that's fucking weird. Of course, people are gonna be like, "Oh my god, this person." No, women ask for nudes. Men ask for nudes. I haven't asked for nudes, so I can say I haven't done anything bad. And is asking for nudes even a bad thing? If a woman asks for nudes or a guy asks for nudes, if they're like, "Can I have nudes, please?" Like, as long as you're not being a creep, I don't really care that much. Like, if you ask someone for like a, "Can I see your face?" or "Can I," like, it's not the end of the world. People act like it's the end of the world to see what a person looks like. Sometimes asking for nudes is weird, so don't do that. Like, if someone sends you nudes, that's the thing. Like, it is uncomfortable, but I feel like over this is not an issue that is objectifying. People have asked to see people's nudes before, for women and men. It's a little it's bad, but you know what? I think I can understand it. All right, next one.
It's not all men, but do you assume someone is lying when
No, that's stupid. No, this one is actually, and this I'm gonna say it. This is more of a red herring kind of thing. It's actually to deceive the people who are up against the not all men issue, who are all men. Like, not all men are bad. This one is specifically trying to go, "Oh my God, can you trust?" No, if I'm gonna put my faith that something bad might have happened to you. But if I start noticing some holes in some of the logic and stuff, if I start noticing something isn't right, I'm not gonna defend you as hard as I am, because there are cases where women lie about, sexual assault and all these things because they don't like somebody, or they just want to, they hate a person. Yes, I know who that is. The little mouse guy. Yeah, I've seen him. I've seen Dr. Shaman. Yeah, I've seen him. He's all right. My main issue, all right, with this video, yeah, is bad boy the same thing as goth girls but refer. I'd say there's goth guys too. Goth girls are basically, I'm 14 and this is deep. They think it's deep because they're acting like a 14-year-old. I'm sorry. Being goth isn't that special. It's just you like to wear what you like. Don't act like it's the most deep thing on the planet. Just wear what you like. If you like darker colors and all these things, do it. It's for you. The whole bad boy persona is, I'm gonna look really cool. I'm gonna smoke some cigarettes. The bad boy persona is more of, I need to look cool, and what's cool, doing things you're not supposed to, and that's something that we all kind of assume is that's cool and what's not cool. Uh, and this all right, but this part of the video is trying to go, "Oh my God, we should believe all women." Yes, we should believe women when something bad happens, but if they're lying, you need to also be careful of that, because that's an issue that can happen. There are plenty of people who lie about sexual assault to gain some kind of comfort from other people, specifically so they can do bad things. They'll be like, "Well, this guy did this," and they're gonna, like, "Go beat him up for me," or this, or they want to ruin someone's life, so they'll lie about rape. It's bad. It's bad when you can't tell if a person's being genuine or not. But yes, you should at least try to put yourself out there and help them. And if it starts coming out that no, it's a lie, then fuck them. They lied. That's the issue.
when they told you they've been essayed? It's not all men, but it's probably you.
And the answer is no. If somebody is, because the other ones, the nude one, I can at least agree that no, you shouldn't ask people for nudes, and the other one, no, you shouldn't do that either. But this one is pretty bad because it specifically says, if you don't have evidence, what, believe them 100%. No, you should, if you hear someone say they got sexually assaulted, you should try to trust them. But if it starts coming out as not true, or you start noticing something's not right, then you should talk about it and be like, no, there's an issue here. We should probably talk about it and try to get it clear up. All right. We also need evidence instead of pure testimony. That's true. If you need, like, that's why a lot of people, when they talk about sexual assault, they put their clothes in a bag and all these other things. They'll make sure that all the DNA and stuff can be taken to the police and all that stuff. And that's something people don't want to talk about. People don't want to acknowledge that these are issues.
You.
I don't know why not all men is something that I'm still seeing in my comment section, let alone all over TikTok. So since the analogy of the gun was not enough for you guys, let me make it a little bit more clear. Say you are in a room with 3 people, and you were told that one of those people is a serial killer. So there's a 1 in 3 chance that you may get killed if you stay in that room that night. Are you still staying?
Now, this is a red herring question again. Red herring questions are basically, And I need to say this. They're more like, oh look, this looks like a normal question you would answer. Oh, here's the big twist. No, this entire question's big twist is: would you stay in a room with somebody who's there's a chance they're the serial killer? No, she's saying all men that you're going to be in a room if there's a chance that one of them is a serial killer. They're going to do something horrible. No, you should. That then I can say that about women. Oh, there's a 1 in 3 chance that a woman's going to be a serial killer and kill me. You see the problem here? The problem is they're trying to use a specific question that doesn't answer any connotations on any of the answers. Let's say I go, "Oh, there's a chance that a woman you're going to walk past will be a bad person, and they're gonna hit you. Are you going to interact with them and try not to get hit and try to keep it a positive story? Are you going to avoid them? Are you going to see how it plays out? Most people are going to say avoid because that's a natural response, or some people are going to not avoid and they're going to try and talk like a human being. And the whole thing is you will never know specifically if a person's bad or not. It's about meeting people and then hoping things work out. You're going to meet a lot of good people and you're going to meet a lot of shit people. That's how it is. And you can't dumb people down to there's a chance that one of them is a serial killer. No, because this entire question is based around the fact that we as a society don't know who to trust and who to not trust and all that whatnot.
Of course not. And of course, not all of the people in that room are serial killers, but there is enough of a chance for you to be cautious and leave.
And I half agree with the question, but not what she's trying to get out of the question. Yes, if I see someone who's a serial, who I know there's a chance one of these people in the room is a serial killer, I would probably leave out of safety caution. Here's the thing, though, I'm not going to leave because I wouldn't know. There's a chance that nothing happens, and that is something, and that sounds fucking insane to say, but you're saying there's a chance that something could happen. You're not saying there something will happen. And that's the issue is we assume something bad is going to happen when it can just not happen. And that's the bigger actual issue is we should be complaining when something is if it was guaranteed to happen, then yes. But if there's a chance something happens, that means it won't happen.
And that is what we are saying. 1 in 3 women go through sexual assault in their lifetime. Of course, it is not all men, but it is enough of you guys that women have to fear.
No, women shouldn't fear men the same way men shouldn't have to fear women doing bad things to them. Of course, there's going to be 1 in 3 women and 1 in 3 men that do bad things. We shouldn't be afraid of either one. We should be careful, yes. But I don't think people's trying to fear monger people into going. Anytime you see a man, you should be cowering in fear at the fucking sight of them. The same with women. If men aren't cowering in fear of women when they do horrific things to them, what makes it an excuse for you to cower in fear? Because you're a woman? That's stupid. There are plenty of men who are afraid of women. Do you know? You hear how many people are afraid of their mother? That their mother will beat them to death? Shut the fuck up, please. Please, you're trying to bait a question out of people by specifically taking the worst case scenarios to get a fucking question that doesn't, an answer that doesn't exist. Because the answer is, and I need you to pay attention here, and I need you to really, really pay attention. The answer is, you will never know when something is horrible, a person is bad or not, or whatever. It's good to not be able to sleep at night. So I was in a room, I won't be killed. Take that as a joke. If it is good to not be able to sleep at night. So if I was in the room, I won't be killed. Exactly. I know that's a joke, but it's true. Like you have to, and I say this all the time, you need to take risk in life because you'll never know when something's actually safe. Staying at home all the time will not keep you safe. Staying outside will not keep you safe. There will always be someone bad that will always find their way to you.
Fear. And when you defend yourself talking about not all men, you just look like the creeps that we.
And this is one of the dumbest. I'm here for the book. God damn it. No, but she's like, guys, if you get concerned about people saying all of you are bad, no. All right, I'm gonna bring it up again. Women, if guys call you cheating whores, and you say not all women, does that mean you're a cheating person who's going running around with the next guy? No, it's not. Because of these false rape because of these false rape accusations, we now have doubts when literally anybody says they got raped. It's so fucked up. We have to stop and ask, are they actually a victim or are they lying? Exactly, Potato. That's really bad. I shouldn't have to go and ask myself, this woman, did something bad actually happen? Or is this someone lying because they want to ruin someone else's life or attention or any of that stuff? That's really bad. Now, this part I want to talk about is no. If someone, if and I'm saying it again, women, if guys call you all cheating, whores, and whatever, you're gonna say not all women. Does that mean that all women, that you yourself are a cheating person who has like lots of sex with other people, even when they're in a relationship? No, that's not true at all. Because of course it's not. I'm gonna be like, oh hell yeah, women and men are are gonna be fine. Like I'm not gonna look over and go, oh, you can't be trusted. You can't you how could you do this? How could you be a bad person or some nonsense? Like no. And that's a big issue for me. Is they go, man, if you ever feel bothered by someone saying you're a parasite or something fucked up and that relates to you or to your gender or sexuality or anything, you should just suck it up when someone insults your identity, even if it's not the point they're trying to make, because it comes off as bad. If think about it, she's going, guys, if you ever felt offended by someone saying you're a parasitic person or whatever, suck it up. No, don't suck it up. Don't ignore them. Ignore them. Ignore them. No, because they're being stupid. Yes, there are. We should acknowledge when there's creeps. We should acknowledge that. That is an issue.
That we are trying to avoid. We know there is not all of you, but it's enough of you for women to fucking.
No, women should not be cautious of men because we're gonna set up in our minds that any man is dangerous. But no, you should be able to go walk around. So I'm gonna bring this up specifically because this is something most people aren't gonna talk about. So in a school, and I think Australia and other places, but mainly Australia, I want to focus on because I know that one was the most talked about one in Australia. A school trying to talk about women and talk about the all women thing that we're talking about right now. A school in Australia basically went, all right, all the boys in the class and all the girls, for middle schoolers and high schoolers and all this kind of stuff, uh they went, oh hey, all you middle schoolers, hey, all you boys, all you should apologize for not raping women because you're going to do it in the future. Women, you should be super scared of all your male classmates because one of them might rape you, and that's so disgusting, because they sent these kids home crying, and and this was all for the sake of all, we for the women of all men bad to take. Yes, this situation was that horrible that it made it to schools. No, you can't go telling boys that you need to apologize for not raping for raping someone when they haven't, because one of you is going to do it in the future, so you should start apologizing now. Women, you should be afraid of your classmates because one of them might rape you in the future. No, that's disgusting and deplorable. One of the big reasons you don't hear people talk about all men as much is because, like, you'll still hear people say kill all men, which is disgusting, but you don't hear a lot of people going all men are this, because a lot of people got turned off by this situation in this school in Australia, because people were like, that's actually deplorable. You're telling children to apologize for being rapists when they haven't raped anybody? Like, what is wrong with you? They're kids. What is wrong with you? And they're also putting in the women to be afraid of their classmates for being guys who haven't done anything. No, that's stupid. That's fucking like insane. Imagine like your teacher at your school was telling you to apologize for fucking pissing on someone. You never pissed on anybody. Like that's the only, like, it's so fucking dumb to hear these brain dead takes.
Be cautious. So shut up.
Tyler, 20.
So yes, that last clip was going, oh man, women wore shorts to the doctor's appointment. Men must be looking at them. No, some men might. Some men might be creeps, just like the women. But if you always put in the back of your mind that anytime I wear clothes, someone's gonna be creeping on me, no, you're just making yourself paranoid. You're making yourself uncomfortable. You're making yourself worry about things. As long as you're not being harassed or people are not making it very obvious they're fucking creeps and stuff, you probably won't even notice it. And that's what I'm trying to get across. For that last one was stupid. It quite literally said I looked attractive, and guys might do something like this. Now this next part is dumb, because women do write men like this. Twilight fucking exists. I'm fucking. This one actually makes me genuinely mauled because Twilight literally is objectifying men, and it's created by a woman.
22 walks into the hospital, shaking his ass like pillows on a turbulent plane. His toit Armani suit hugs his member like a cinnamon roll, aching to come out of its packaging. Pop, pop, pop! I can objectify him because he walked into my line of sight. I need a doctor. My balls deflated. He whispers into my ear. He had strong arms that could cradle me and change my flat tire at the same time. Chill out. If he didn't want to be degraded, he shouldn't have left his home. I tell him I'm not a gynecologist.
This entire post is fucking dog shit. I'm sorry. Out of all the posts that I've seen, this one is just dog shit just because, and I need to say this, Twilight fucking exists. What do you mean? What do you mean? Why are you stupid? I'm sorry, but Twilight has existed for as long as I've been alive. Twilight came out when I was maybe in elementary school or middle school. Bro, shut up. I'm tired of this one. This one is horrible. Disgusting. Get out of here. Ah! Disgusting. But yeah, no, Twilight quite literally exists. I'm sorry. Women, men, my non-binary pals or whatever the fuck you want to say. No, women being fucking weirdos and doing shit like this. No, this is like something everybody does. Like Twilight exists. I'm sorry. If you've seen Twilight, you'll know everything I just said is like 100% true. With everything she said about men being creeped on in books and stories and all these things, it's women do it too. I'm sorry.
Gynecologist, but I could take a look. To which he replied, men don't need gynos. Yeah, I think I'll be the judge of that. Ugh, if he didn't want to be objectified, he shouldn't have been born a man.
Now, now this person here who's lifting up the weights, we can tell that guy didn't even try to lift up the weights. And this one just tried to go, oh my god, man, you shouldn't try to help women. Leave strong women to the what does that even mean? What does this mean? You're strong, yes, and you didn't do anything interesting. You lifted some heavy weights. And that other guy, I don't know if he actually was trying to lift the weights or did he felt awkward about it or any we don't know the situation. He could have been lifting the weights and not trying, or he did lift the weights at his hardest and he just isn't strong. But this entire post goes, oh my god, like what does this post even mean? Oh yeah, potato, exactly true. Women do write men like this. Have you seen or been to r/women writing? Exactly. There are so many cases where women write men like pervert on them and all these things, just like men do it with women. Like like cockily is not a word. Just like boobily is not a word either. But more people are gonna tell you boobily because boobily is funnier. I'm sorry. It's true. But yes, I don't understand the whole point of this post. Is like this guy lifted up a weight. This one first said I lifted it up really cool on my first, like I don't care. You lifted up a weight. What does this have to do with women being treated like treated anywhere bad? You lifted up a weight and the other guy didn't. I don't get it.
Okay, so I'm reading my textbook and I literally just found out the most messed up thing. Basically, there's this part of your brain that helps you recognize the difference between like a person and just like an object.
Yes, I forgot. I almost said object permanence. Goddamn, that's not what it is. Fuck, I can't remember. But it's true. Yeah, your brain will actually recognize the difference between an object and a person. Sometimes there's actually a lot of people where they'll actually see objects as people. They'll identify it more towards a person. This actually can actually apply to a lot of things. Like some people, anyone can look at a light and go, "That's a light." But your perception actually changes in the environment you're in. So let's say in the dark, you have a mannequin or something. You're gonna think it's a person. Where in the daytime you wouldn't think it's a person unless you look at it from a distance, because certain angles and certain positionings of things can look different and make things look more like human and set off the brain pathogens and everything to go, this is not an object, that's a person. how certain actions can also set off different things. But let's keep watching what she's about to say because I know it's going to be dumb.
Object. So if you're walking down the street, then the activation in this part of your brain increases because you can recognize them as like a living, breathing thing with like feelings and emotions and whatnot. Whereas if you were like looking at a lamp, the activation would decrease, obviously. So here's the messed up part. So they found that in really sexist men, when they saw a picture of like just a regular woman, the activation in this part of their brain went up like normal. But if she was dressed even the slightest bit provocatively or even posed in a certain way, the activation in this part of their brain decreased. Meaning they no longer saw her as a living thing with thoughts and emotions.
And here's where I'm gonna come in and say that's fucking stupid. I'm sorry, that's stupid. All right, hello, gamer Ludwig. Gotta keep that smoke detector on low battery to keep people's attention. The smoke detector's not even in the room. What do you mean? I don't have the smoke detector. I took that shit out. What do you mean? I can't hear Jack. What are you guys talking about? There's no. I'm fucking. I can't. I'm dying here. I can't tell this is bullying. No, no. What do you mean? No, not like this. All right. But this woman's the entire point of this woman's pose is, and she says it specifically, sexist men, not men in general. Men in general are going to be like women are attractive either way. They're gonna, of course, they're gonna get increased. They're like that's an attractive woman. They're gonna be more stimulated. Of course, a sexist man's not going to like a woman who dresses in certain ways. So let's talk about conservatives really quick. A lot of conservative men like women who dress more with regular clothing instead of more attractive clothing. I heard, what? It's not even in the room. Oh Lord, how could you do this to me? My smoke detector ain't even in. It's not fair. Oh no, no, seriously. There's no smoke detector in my room. I took it out. There should not be any noise. It's not fair. It's not like this. But yes, this woman is trying to go, oh my God, these men who don't like women who dress certain ways, well, therefore their opinion. No, they didn't see them as less like an object. They just weren't as attracted to this person. Of course, their stimulation went down. They're like, I don't like this. They don't see it as something that they find in any way attractive because women do it too. If some men look more attractive with their clothes off than they do with their clothes on. Same vice versa. Some women find men more attractive with glasses, and they see them more as a person than an object. You could actually say that as well. Certain things can actually change the appeal of people, and that's a big issue. It's a very big issue. I can tell you about it in a book. If you need something done right, then leave it to a man. But jokes aside, this person is specifically trying to bait out people into going, well, men only see women as objects when they dress a certain way. No, you specifically said men who don't respect women. Who a lot of men who don't respect women go, oh my God, women should only wear regular clothes. If a woman shows off cleavage, then that's a horrible thing. No, those are bad people. You shouldn't be looking towards because they're not gonna treat them with respect in the first place. All the other, if she said guys in general, then she would have an argument. But she specifically said the worst people possible. Hey, hear me. I'm not video game donkey. That's the cruelest thing I've heard in this stream the entire time. Guys, I'm not gonna spoil a game that just came out. That's I'm a Samaritan. You can't do me like this. I am an American citizen. I believe in the faith of the American political power. Get me out of here. But yeah, but no, this person is specifically trying to go. These bad people. This is how they're brain things. But then, what are the normal people thinking? If the normal people thought the same thing, then there would be more of an argument. It's true. Our perception of things change depending on what some people wear. There's a lot of things that people affect people. So, even the smallest things. A guy wearing a girl wearing glasses might be a turnoff to some people, which is why it's not it's them seeing you as an object. They're just not seeing you as attractive or seeing you as a person they're interested in.
They literally saw her as an object. Like, people are like, oh, you objectify women. They actually, in their brain, only see you as an object.
Like this one is like totally like they see you as an object, but you're not an object. Like no, like seriously, they see you as an object. No, they don't see you as an object. These people don't see you as a person they find attractive anymore, because those people that she's talking about only see women attractive when they dress in less revealing clothing. If you ask them to put them next to either one, they're both going to know that's a woman, but one is going to be like, this is one I find attractive. Just like I said, some men look attractive with glasses, some look worse. Ugh, I'm dying. We're almost at the end. We've almost made it.
They don't even recognize you as something that has thoughts and feelings.
Stitch this with the stupidest thing a man has ever mansplained to you.
When I was in high school, a good friend caused her own death by carbon monoxide poisoning. When I was in college, my mother was killed in a car crash, and my dad died of a broken heart shortly after. I had a series of reproductive losses by miscarriage. I had a good friend cause her own death by gunshot. Another died from an aneurysm, a third to breast cancer, another to stroke, and of course there's been heart attacks. My brother-in-law died of COVID, and my husband died 3 years ago of lung cancer. My master's thesis is on grief and bereavement. I've written a book. My doctorate is in clinical psychology. And yet a man told me I didn't really understand grief, and he explained it to me. Who has he lost in his own life? His dog died when he was 12.
So first off, that smug face does her no favors. I'm sorry. But also, I feel sorry for this person. They lost a lot of friends and family. That does suck. And it does suck that some person's like, no, 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 you don't understand these things. No, this is just an asshole. That I'm sorry. What do you mean? What do you mean by this? She meant an asshole. This person was like, you don't understand what it's like. And then they insert. That's something everybody does. You don't understand what it's like to get objectified. The person's has been objectified, not the dog. God damn it, Chad. But yeah, no, people are going to act like they have their authority on anything, and that applies to women too. I'm sorry. This could have been the other way around. Some man talked about his grief, and a woman's like, "Well, my dog died, so you don't understand what it's like to lose somebody, something important or whatever." This entire situation is basically, and this is not a big question, but this is something just people being. This is just a everybody is stupid in general question. Is if someone says something, you probably shouldn't act like you're the authority figure on it, because this person is like, hey, my dog died, therefore I know I understand grief more than you when all these other bad things happen to you. Like, no, that's stupid. This bad thing happened. Don't act like you understand it because of my pet died. I'm sorry, that's bad.
Hey, I see a lot of debating in the comments, so I guess I gotta educate y'all some more. Or my guys.
That's all well and good, but can we talk about how men will literally not listen to anyone but a man explain women's bodies? Like, it's getting really ridiculous.
I'm gonna stop this person right here. No, it's because a lot of people, and I need to say this right now. When a lot of people talk about women's bodies, it usually gets defaulted to men, not because they want to, but because a lot of women are like, do it then. Explain it, because a lot of women don't want to talk about their bodies. And when they do, they don't actually talk about them. And that does suck, that the women who do want to talk about them don't talk about them. Because, yeah, that probably should be an important thing you talk about. You should talk about, damn, this is what a woman's body is like and all these things. Because a lot of the situations that happen, who do people turn to? Men who don't know anything about it. You can't tell people, don't talk about women's bodies when you tell them, hey, figure it out. Because that's something that happens a lot in the medical field, is we tend to make men do a lot of things, even though women are right there. That this one is actually more of like a fuck up on everybody's part. Like, this is no longer, this one is mainly, I'm going to say society, because we do tell men to do everything, even stuff that doesn't make sense. Where I'm serious, this one is, I'm not mad about the person. Like, they're wrong, but they're wrong because this is just something that we kind of did ourselves. Like, overall, like, no, we kind of do. This is like, this one's bad.
Because this information that is going viral, women have been saying, even the doctor last week talking about the cervix, a woman had to stitch him and say, no, he's wrong. Because it was blowing up to the point where it's like, this must be fact. But no, once again, a man is not the expert on women's bodies. It's still us. But when we talk about it, nobody cares. The only videos that go viral talking about women's bodies are men.
That's not actually true. There's actually a lot of videos where women talk about their bodies and they do go viral. There's a lot of videos where women talk about men's bodies and it goes viral because it's an issue that most people don't want to acknowledge. But whenever people talk about a lot of these things, one of them's gonna go viral and the other's not. You can't act like that's the case. I'm sorry. I see women talk about men's bodies, whether it be in a positive light or negative light or even a medical light, and uh I'm trying to find the channel because she talked about it. It was a video and this woman talked about sex ed stuff. And the biggest issue I found with that video is she talked about stuff she didn't know and she outright got it wrong and she made a video about it. I forgot her fucking. I think I can find it maybe. Uh, fucking. I think I can find the channel. Fuck. I think I can pull it up because I genuinely saw the channel before and I was just like, what are you talking about? I think I could pull up her name on my other account real quick. Let me fuck. God damn it! I hate it here. I hate it when I have to be smart. It's not fair. Uh, but it's a real sex ed person. She was like, guys, when you do this, and she was fuck. I can't find it. God damn it! It's not fair. It's not fair. When I want to find everything, I can't find it when I want it. Was it Caitlin? No, no, I can't find it. How can I be right if I'm wrong today? It's not fair. I'm an American citizen. I have more rights than everybody. Clearly, it's not fair. I don't like it anymore. Stop it. But yeah, no. My main issue is I can't find it. I'm sad. But my main issue is no. There's a lot of cases where women talk about men's bodies and they're fucking wrong because people want to trust. One of the big reasons why so many men will go to women. All right. I saw this one. Suffering from smarts, low. Suffering from success, kind of. Yeah. But my main issue is women talk about men's bodies and all these other things and they'll get it wrong, and it really does suck because you don't know about this situation, but you're talking about it. And it's the same thing with women. Men talk about women and going, "Oh, I understand the woman's body." No, neither of you know about it. Why are you talking about this? And the reason is, people go to them for these answers, even though they might not have them. Think about it. Why do you see so many women answer questions about dicks and stuff? They'll be like, "Well, men wanted to know because, well, what does a woman have to say?" Because a lot of questions related about genitalia, sometimes women will have a different answer because they have a different experience with it and they'll have more understanding about these things because they'll have different experiences unlike men, which is a thing. But yeah, uh I'm gonna say a hot take. uh gamers, we need to start acknowledging we're stupid and work together to not fail. But yeah, no, it's just this situation is just men and women go to each other for answers and get the wrong ones.
And it's so confusing to me. It's getting so ridiculous because the people who are teaching the information the most are nowhere near experts on the topic. Ask a woman. But y'all would rather die than listen to a woman talk about her own body and believe her. You would rather die. And it's getting ridiculous. I'm wondering if we could get a grip.
And the answer to that is no. The answer is no. Everyone's gonna always ask someone who doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're gonna be like, "Here, I'm gonna talk about this. I'm gonna talk about that, and I'm gonna explain these and this and these and these and this and the for giggly schmoog." No, people just kind of just go to men and women for answers they don't actually want. They're like, well, uh, they're gonna be like, "I like this person." And they're smart. I'm gonna go to them. I want to ask my question to get answered, and it's stupid. No, you shouldn't be going to other people for answers to questions about your body and your sexuality and all these things. No, if that's stupid, you shouldn't go to someone who doesn't understand it, and you shouldn't go to someone because they're the opposite sex, so they'll have some different situation because they might not know either. So, all right, I'm gonna post the link so people can go watch the new video I made because it's out, I guess, and we're gonna end stream. I'm gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna pin it. I'm gonna pin it. So yeah, we're gonna end. If you have any questions before we leave, ask them right now. What is the name of the? No clue. I had a fox woman just sitting on my screen. I was just like, this will be fun. Honestly, any last minute questions before we go? And you click the link, and we end stream or whatnot. Anyone? Because because we're gonna end soon. We're gonna end right about in a little bit right now. Okay. Any last minutes? Because I'm about to end right now. If you don't have any questions, click the link and we go. All right. Thank you. I don't think anyone has any questions. Click the link. Go have fun and watch the curse video. Have fun. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hope to see you again. You're welcome. Thank you.